On a foggy morning, when the sea revealed more mysteries than answers, a group of urban explorers known for uncovering submerged secrets gathered on the coast of the Mediterranean Sea. They were on the brink of embarking on the most significant adventure of their lives, driven by recent reports from fishermen who spoke of unusual structures visible during extremely low tides. These structures, according to local legends, were remnants of the legendary city of Atlantis, long considered a myth. The explorers, led by Marco, an archaeologist with a passion for lost civilizations, and accompanied by Leah, a diving and underwater documentation specialist, had all the necessary equipment to not only explore but also document every discovery. They knew that if the legends were true, they were not merely on the verge of discovering a lost city, but also of rewriting history as we know it. With hearts pounding in anticipation, the team dove into the deep, cold waters of the Mediterranean. As they descended, the sunlight grew fainter, and the shadows of what appeared to be a great wall began to emerge. Cameras were activated, and every movement was recorded, each sign of ancient life or artifact meticulously documented. As the team advanced into the blue abyss, a sense of isolation from the outside world overtook each member. They were now merely points of light in the dark ocean expanse, connected to the surface only by fragile safety and communication lines. The structures emerging from the shadows were not just stones. They were silent witnesses of a lost era, each telling its own story of splendor and destruction. As they approached the wall, clearer details began to reveal themselves. Intricate reliefs and inscriptions covered almost all surfaces, drawings of sea creatures intertwined with human figures, perhaps gods or heroes of that forgotten civilization. The leader of the expedition, Dr. Rutherford, pointed to a series of inscriptions that appeared to be astronomical calendars, indicating a profound understanding of celestial cycles that was impressive. With every meter descended, the pressure increased, both physically and metaphorically. Knowing that each fragment of pottery, each piece of metal could be the key to unraveling the secrets of a city swallowed by the sea, the team worked with a blend of urgency and reverence, aware of the historical importance of every second spent in the icy depths. What they found surpassed all expectations. Enormous stone columns, intricately carved with unknown symbols, paved the way through what seemed to be a main road of the submerged city. Statues of sea creatures and unknown gods majestically lined the path, their features eroded by time, but still imposing and regal. The team realized that this was not merely a common access route, but a kind of sacred process, a pilgrimage route leading to the heart of Atlantis. The columns rose like silent guardians, delineating a path that had been tread by countless generations before being engulfed by the waters. Each column was a compendium of stories, with layers of symbols that spoke of battles, celebrations, and sacred rituals. The team noted the recurrence of a specific symbol that appeared to represent the moon and stars, suggesting a possible worship or celestial veneration. This discovery aligned with previous theories that the Atlanteans possessed advanced notions of astronomy, and perhaps even astrology. The statues flanking the road seemed to watch the explorers with stone eyes, offering both a greeting and a warning. Some of these figures held objects that, despite erosion, sparkled under the divers' lantern light, indicating they were made of materials resistant to marine corrosion, such as gold or an unknown alloy. Each new discovery provoked a whirlwind of questions. Who were these gods and creatures? What kind of society could create such splendor and artistic complexity while mastering technologies that we have only just begun to understand? The sensation was akin to walking in a living museum, where each step revealed more about a people who defied the boundaries of what we considered possible for their time. A grand temple, adorned with what Leah identified as an ancient celestial map, offered clues about the possibility that the Atlanteans not only dominated the sea, but also the skies. The temple contained astronomical devices made of metal and stone, many in perfect condition, suggesting that Atlantis could have been a center for astronomical and technological advancements far beyond its time. Upon entering the temple, The team was immediately enveloped by an atmosphere of reverence and admiration. The interior walls were covered with a mosaic of precious stones depicting constellations, comets, and planetary alignments that, according to Leah, corresponded to celestial events known by modern science. This finding reinforced the idea that the Atlanteans not only studied the skies, but possibly used them to guide their decisions and better understand the world around them. In the center of the temple, a massive stone sphere, suspended by a metal structure that still maintained its integrity after millennia submerged, clearly served as a planetarium or device for mapping the heavens. Slowly rotating the sphere, the team discovered that it could be aligned to show the skies from different times of the year, indicating an advanced knowledge of mechanics and astronomy. Surrounding the central sphere, a series of niches contained other scientific instruments, some of which appeared to be ancestors of modern sextants and astrolabes. Each piece was finely calibrated, with inscriptions detailing their functions and, surprisingly, names of the astronomers who presumably used them. This discovery not only illuminated the technical skill of the Atlanteans, but also personalized their contributions, bringing humanity and reality to a civilization often relegated to myth. As they explored deeper into the recesses of the temple, the team found an isolated chamber that seemed to be an area dedicated to teaching and storing astronomical knowledge. Rolls of papyrus and metal plates, engraved with texts detailing methods of celestial observation and astronomical theories, were meticulously organized on stone shelves. The preservation of these materials offered an invaluable window into the education and scientific thought in Atlantis, showing that the temple was a center of learning and innovation. This part of the expedition not only reinforced the image of the Atlanteans as a technologically advanced society, but also as a culture deeply connected to the cosmos, viewing the movements of the stars not merely as phenomena to be observed, but as signs and guidance for life on Earth. The integration of their science with their spirituality and daily practices was evident, challenging the team to think about how the modern divisions between science, art, and religion might be more permeable than currently presumed. As they explored deeper, the team discovered inscriptions that spoke of a catastrophe, of waves that swallowed the pride of a civilization. Marco, while translating part of the writings, felt a chill as he realized they were walking over the echoes of an ancient warning, perhaps ignored by the Atlanteans themselves. The inscriptions detailed a series of cataclysmic events that appeared to have been predicted by the priests and astronomers of Atlantis. These texts, carved into the walls of a subterranean chamber accessed through a hidden passage behind the main altar of the temple, revealed a growing concern among the Atlanteans regarding the stability of their natural environment. The reference to waves that swallowed pride was accompanied by accounts of earthquakes, floods, and astronomical phenomena that, according to them, were signs of the gods' discontent with the direction their society was taking. Marco and the team were impressed to discover that despite their technological advancement, the Atlanteans faced ethical and environmental dilemmas similar to those of modern times. The inscription spoke of a debate between continuing to expand their dominion over nature versus adopting a more sustainable and respectful approach. This dichotomy was evident in the depictions of leaders who seemed both to revere and to challenge the limits of knowledge and power. As Marco delved deeper into the translation, he found passages that described rituals and ceremonies performed in an attempt to appease the forces of nature, indicating that the Atlanteans possessed not only a scientific understanding of natural phenomena, but also a profound belief in the need to maintain a spiritual and physical balance with the world around them. This revelation brought a new dimension to the mission. The team began to see Atlantis not merely as an archaeological study, but as a mirror of their own global concerns. The issues raised by the Atlantean inscriptions echoed contemporary debates about climate change, resource use, and human interaction with the environment. The story of Atlantis, with its achievements and warnings, seemed a powerful omen for the modern world. Inspired and somewhat alarmed by the implications of these discoveries, the explorers decided to dedicate a significant portion of their expedition to better understand these warnings and what they could teach about human responsibility toward our planet. The lessons from a lost civilization now assumed a new and profound urgency. driving the team to convey their findings not just as historical curiosities, but as vital messages for the survival of humanity. Among the treasures found were artifacts that appeared to be technologically sophisticated, including what seemed to be components of a tidal energy machine. The discovery pointed to a society that not only respected the sea, but also utilized it as a vital source of energy. The team was amazed by the ingenuity of the artifacts recovered from the depths. The device that attracted the most attention was a complex structure made of copper and semi-precious stones that, according to initial studies, operated as a form of turbine. It seemed to convert the kinetic energy of the tides into a usable form of energy, potentially to power other machines or to illuminate underwater structures. This discovery shed new light on the level of technological sophistication achieved by Atlantis. They not only mastered architecture and astronomy, but also developed advanced renewable energy systems, something many modern societies still struggle to implement efficiently. The artifacts suggested that the Atlanteans had a profound understanding of natural cycles and resources in their environment, using them in ways that harmonized technology and sustainability. The team worked diligently to document every detail of these mechanisms, taking photographs, making drawings, and detailed notes so they could attempt to reconstruct or model the functioning of these machines when they returned to the surface. The hope was that by better understanding these ancient technologies, they could inspire modern innovations in renewable energy. In addition to the tidal energy machine, other artifacts included water filtration systems and temperature regulation devices, indicative of advanced urban planning that considered the comfort and health of its inhabitants. This pointed to a civilization that valued life and sought integrated solutions to live in harmony with their marine environment. These findings not only enriched the archaeological knowledge of the team, but also provided an inspiring perspective on how ancient societies could be innovative. The relevance of these studies was clear. They showed that the past has much to teach about resilience and sustainable innovation, an increasingly crucial theme in the contemporary world. A grand hall, possibly a space for assemblies or rituals, contained a throne made from a single piece of blue crystal. Around it, smaller chairs formed a circle, suggesting a form of government possibly based on councils or an advanced democratic system for its time. As the team explored the grand hall, the atmosphere filled with a palpable solemnity. The blue crystal throne, imposing and magnificent at the center, seemed to capture and reflect light in a mesmerizing way, casting aquatic hues on the stone walls of the hall. This centerpiece not only demonstrated the artistic skill of the Atlanteans, but also suggested their reverence for leadership and sacred rituals. The smaller chairs arranged around the throne indicated that this space was used for important meetings, perhaps decisions that affected the entire community or rituals that sought harmony between the citizens and the natural forces they revered. The circular arrangement of the chairs could represent equality among participants, an advanced concept of democracy and justice that seemed light years ahead of other civilizations of the same era. Detailed nuances in the decorations of the hall, including murals and tapestries still preserved under layers of sediment, depicted scenes of assemblies, debates, and votes. These representations helped the team better understand how the Atlanteans valued collective discussion and common decision-making, principles that are the foundation of many modern governmental systems. The discovery of this hall not only provided insights into the political and social structure of Atlantis, but also prompted the team to ponder governance methods and the possible existence of a truly equitable and just society. The existence of such a space suggested that the Atlanteans cultivated a deep respect for dialogue and equitable representation, values that resonated with the team as lost principles that needed to be rediscovered and implemented in the contemporary world. As they recorded every detail, the explorers felt an increasing connection with these ancient legislators, a bridge through time linking the past to the present, inspiring them to bring the lessons learned in Atlantis back to the surface, hoping to influence the future with the ancient wisdom recovered from the depths of the sea. Conclusion and call to action. After weeks of exploration, the team emerged from the depths with more questions than when they entered. The existence of Atlantis, now proven, opened a new chapter in human history, a chapter filled with wonders and warnings. Transformed by the experience, the team knew there was much more to learn and discover. The more the team left behind the dark waters of the Mediterranean, the more they carried with them a treasure of data and artifacts that they were only beginning to analyze. The certainty of Atlantis' existence fundamentally changed each member's worldview. They felt like guardians of a mysterious legacy, responsible for sharing their discoveries in a way that would educate and inspire, but also warn against the dangers of overconfidence and negligence regarding the natural balance. The revelation of advanced technology and governance systems of the Atlanteans provided a new paradigm for sustainable development and environmental conservation policies. The team planned several conferences and publications, wishing to use the lessons of Atlantis to positively influence current and future policies. Each member now felt a profound obligation to not only speak about their discoveries, but also to act for a future where such ancient mistakes would not be repeated. However, with the new data came new uncertainties. The structures and artifacts made it clear that much of what had been discovered was still not fully understood. The inscriptions about catastrophes and the technologies uncovered suggested that there were dangers associated with the power the Atlanteans possessed. Intense debates within the team arose regarding the ethics of reviving such technologies. Some viewed it as an opportunity for almost limitless advancement. Others feared it could lead to a fate similar to that of Atlantis. Moreover, the visible history in the artifacts and structures was only the surface of a culturally rich world that Atlantis represented. The team knew that the answers they found generated even more questions about the daily lives of the Atlanteans, their spiritual beliefs, and the interactions between their cities and the surrounding world. They were determined to return to the archaeological site, equipped with new tools and a better understanding of the risks involved. And so, the exploration of Atlantis would continue, with the team seeking not only to unravel more mysteries, but also to learn how to avoid the mistakes that led to the disappearance of one of the most advanced civilizations in history. Each new dive would be guided by caution and respect, principles they hoped all who came to learn about Atlantis would also adopt. Were you as fascinated as we are by the revealed mysteries of Atlantis? What else do you think is hidden in the depths? Leave a like if you enjoyed diving with us into this submerged story, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our upcoming explorations. Comment below your theories or what else you would like us to explore. Until next time, keep following us as we uncover the secrets that the world has forgotten. Don't forget to turn on notifications to always be the first to embark on this journey into the unknown with us.